Josiah. I am actually a director of a nonprofit. Does anybody know what a nonprofit is? It's basically like a normal business, but the whole point of the business is helping people in one way or another. The last nonprofit that I was a director of was called CASA, and what CASA does is it helps kids who needed a voice or someone to help speak for them, okay? So now I'd like to share a great book with you. This is one of my favorite books, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about my awesome job, okay? This one is called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon.
I love that book.
Awesome.
I have that book.
You have it?
I have it.
All right, let's see if we can just make it super special this time. Let's all tune in. Molly Lou Melon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Walk as proudly as you can, and the world will look up to you." So she did. Molly Lou Melon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big, and the world will smile right alongside you." So she did. Look at those big old teeth. Pretty smile. Molly Lou Melon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. Big old snake. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong, and the world will cry tears of joy." So she did. Molly Lou Melon was often fumble-fingered. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you too." So she did. Is she riding a unicycle and juggling? And look at that kitty cat. Then Molly Lou Melon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends. And start in a new school. That's tough sometimes.
I never said I would leave my home.
Really? You are just tough.
Okay, real tough.
On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. It's not very nice, is it? When the game started, Molly Lou Melon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the children thought, "Wow, she's good." And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky-toothed Beaver. Molly Lou Melon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk." Molly Lou Melon sang out a quack so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and have to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon. And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. Maybe you should stop making fun of her, huh? On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong. But Molly Lou Melon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all.
It is beautiful.
All the children oohed and awed, even Ronald. On the 5th day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Melon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. That night, Molly Lou Melon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Melon. Isn't that just a good book? So, what helped Molly Lou Melon in that story really maybe the most? Can anybody venture a guess on that? Yes.
Her grandma.
Her grandma. And how did her grandma help her? Was it, okay, yes.
By telling the things that she could do.
You were on fire. You were rolling. She told her all the good things that she could do, right? And she stood up for Molly Lou Melon. When you stand up for someone, that's called being an advocate, okay? That's like being in their corner, being there for them when they really need someone. And being a good reader is really important in my job because what we do is we are advocates for kids. And if even in other nonprofits, we're advocates for other people. In my job, basically what we do is we get together a lot of people who want to help people to get things done, okay? And when you are advocating for someone, which again means what? It means being their friend, being there for them, and saying positive things like Molly Lou Melon's grandmother, you need to be able to express yourself well to the people who can get things done. I'll give you an example. In my job, sometimes we have to write for funding or to get money for good things, for good causes. And in order to do that, you have to be able to read and write very, very well. Now, there are lots of people out there who have lots of good causes that they're trying to get money for. So if you can't read and write very well, your good cause may go without funding and you might not be able to help all the people that you want to help. One thing that I really love about my job as a nonprofit director is all the people I get to meet. And another thing that I love is seeing something really positive come out of a lot of people coming together, because you see, when you really want something good to happen, it takes more than just one person. It takes a lot of people coming together. Social workers, nonprofit directors, teachers, parents, other people in the community who make things happen for people that need them. If you would like to become a nonprofit director, one important thing that you can do is, of course, finish school and go to college, but also you can volunteer when you get older at places like schools or nonprofits like Habitat for Humanity or CASA. Volunteering basically means working for free for a good cause. You give up your time to help people who need something. And then you can also really find something that speaks to you, that is very important to you. And you can learn and read as much as you possibly can about that, so that when it comes time to pick what you want to do for a living, you know exactly what that is. Okay?